about the excitement level opening day tonight? I'm pretty sure everybody's excited.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Training camp is a lot shorter than it was 3 years ago, but at this part of the period, it gets long. Wait for that first game to come. So I'm sure both teams are anxious to get out there.
What did you learn about your defense the last 2 preseason games?
That we're capable. And these teams, the last couple games didn't have all their guys, so you can put an asterisk by that. But we did a lot better than we did the first 3, and we need to keep going in that direction tonight.
Rick, do you have kind of a minutes range in mind where you're thinking you want to keep Porzingis early in the season?
I do, but I don't want to throw a number out there because I just don't know for sure. It'd be low to mid 30s at the most. I would hope.
Do you have in your mind a sort of idealized kind of rotation if things are going the way you want them to? The mixture of guys you want on the floor playing with one another?
Well, yeah. Until Powell is back, we won't really realize that, because he's one of our really important guys. But in the meantime, the guys that are available, yeah, I've got an idea. And I think we easily go 9 to 11 deep on a nightly basis.
What's so special about having Seth back a year after appearing in the Western Conference Finals last year?
What's what?
So special about having Seth Curry back a year after he appeared in the
Well,
Western Conference Finals?
It's special that he chose to come back. That's a very positive thing for our franchise and organization. He had other options out there, and when a guy chooses to come to your place, it's a pretty big deal in free agency. And so, we were very pleased about that. And he's one of the best shooters in the game, and you can never have too much shooting on your team.
For Seth, how similar or dissimilar is his role going to be compared to what it was 3 years ago? Obviously, it's a much different team. This is coming into this season.
Yeah, it's different. If you remember, he during the latter portion of that season played a significant amount of point guard. We were looking at that. He did a solid job, and then the following year, he just was never really able to get started. And then he played like one exhibition game, So, I think he is a playmaker, and I think he's a guy that can play point. I just don't know if there's going to be that much actual point guard play. But the way we're playing, playmakers get their hands on the ball, and we're trying to play more of a positionless type of game. So you can never have too many playmakers or shooters.
And looking at your probable starters and the overall size of your roster, are the 3-guard lineups probably a thing of the past?
Gosh, I don't know. It's some of that would be what you consider a guard.
The small lineups, I guess I should say.
Yeah. I don't think they're a thing of the past. I think they're possible and certainly probable in many cases. But again, some of it's semantics, and what do you call a guard? I mean, is Courtney Lee a guard? Because he plays 3 sometimes, and he's not 6'8", so in that case I think you could say it would be a 3-guard lineup, but it's all just how you name it. I don't know that it really makes that big a difference. I just know that when you play smaller, rebounding becomes a bigger challenge, and that's an area where we've really got to place a big emphasis this year.
Rick, whenever Coop and I talked to you on Media Day, we asked what you needed to do in camp to put yourself in a position to be the best that you could be when this night rolled around, and you said that you needed to establish a good collective spirit within the group during camp. And I believe you said build a family atmosphere and grow and cultivate a family atmosphere with the players and the coaching staff. Did that happen to your satisfaction in preseason camp?
Well, it's a great group of guys, and so we certainly are at the early stages of establishing that. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in 3 weeks. You know, you can take steps, but it's an ongoing thing. And you know, you build a family feel through the good and the bad. Oftentimes, you know, a group like this, you know, needs to go through some challenges to come out stronger. You know, we're not hoping to have a lot of those types of situations, but the NBA season can be very up and down. And so, you know, tonight's the beginning, and you know, we're looking forward to getting started. It's been a long 3 days.
You just brought up Courtney Lee. What kind of things does he provide playing off like a Luka and Kristaps?
Well, he's an experienced guy, and you know, he's one of our guys that's very tough. You know, he's got a reputation as a tough player. He plays with attitude, plays with force. He's been a great influence on our younger guys in training camp, and he's pushed them hard, which has been a real positive thing. And so, you know, he's a guy that will be ready to play.